My name is Kim. I work in the emergency room at Troy. Probably my biggest concern is the fact that they are wanting to come in, make these promises that this is going to happen, that is going to happen, another thing is going to happen, when they absolutely cannot guarantee anything. If they were to be voted in and a negotiation were to take place, we can give them the longest wish list that we want to give them. We may be able to get one or two of those things. It's firmly going to depend on the negotiation, and I don't believe that that is going to get the response that people think it's going to get. What I have found is that I actually do have a voice. I can help make change. I could give you a list of all the things that I have been a part of to make change here at this hospital. And I'm concerned that if the Teamsters comes in, that's going to be lost to my union rep having to negotiate something for me that may not even happen. I worked with a union out in Washington State, Union Hospital out in Washington State, and it was a very poor environment. We had a lot of people there that were poor performers. They were allowed to stay in their positions. It was very difficult for management to try to get rid of them. There was a lot of animosity between nurses, not a lot of teamwork. And it was a very, just a very bad environment to try to work in every day and do the positive things that you wanted to do for your patients. I only lasted 6 months there because I couldn't stay in that environment anymore. This is a very important decision because I've heard a lot of people say, what if we give the Teamsters a chance? The problem with that is, let's say, great, we vote them in, we give them a chance. If they don't like the contract that the Teamsters negotiates for them, you cannot get rid of them. It's very, very difficult. I have done a lot of homework looking into various things, and there's about a 30-day window that you can use to try to petition to get rid of the Teamsters. If the Teamsters catch wind of that, they will do everything they can to get any kind of contract settled just so that they can say they've gotten a contract and then move along. And they get your money then for the next 3 years. And then again, you've got at that 2-year, 11-month mark, you've got 30 days again to try to get rid of them if you're not happy. So getting rid of them is going to be extremely difficult. That's why I don't even think they should be given a chance in the first place. I firmly believe, because I've been involved in it, that we can make changes with meeting with our administrators, meeting with our managers, meeting with, I've reached out and even met with people, Liz Youngblood, who came to our unit practice council, and she really wanted to hear from us. I know that people feel like they're administrators, they're suits, they can call them whatever they want to, and that they're untouchable, but they're not. They're very concerned about what's going on, and I feel like we need to continue having that availability to have that communication with them and make changes, make positive changes around here. I have yet to have anyone tell me something that would be even slightly convincing that yes would be a good thing. So having people go out there and say, no, we want to keep the voice that we already have. We want to vote no, and we want to continue working in a positive way with our leadership to make the changes that may need to be made in their departments. I feel there's a lot of people out there who are either on the fence or maybe even kind of a soft no, and they're feeling a little intimidated. They're feeling a little frightened to come forward and say, you know what, I believe that as well, and I'm going to stand no. And if they hear that other people are in that same position, that they're standing firm on a no vote, then it may help get them to a place where they feel strong enough to stand up and say, I agree, I'm voting no as well. We've had a lot of changes in the last couple of years, and I do understand that. We've had Corewell coming in, we've had the epic changes, and change is very difficult for everyone. But I don't think we've had enough time at this point to let the dust settle with all of these changes for us to really kind of sort out where things are at. And I believe that if we were to, I'll give an example. My unit, we have a fabulous management team. They work with us very well. I know there are other units that don't have that. And I believe that if they were to, take it up the chain of command and say, hey, to their CNO or to their director or whoever, we need to take a look at this particular manager, or we need to look at this particular process. I know that they can make changes that will be positive without having to pay someone else to try to negotiate that for them. There are other people out there that are wanting to say no. And I know there's a lot of people that are on the fence. There's a lot of people that might be a soft no. They're concerned about how it will look to other people if they say no, because there has been a lot of push from the people who are pro-union. I know there have been a few cases of people being bullied. And I want them to know that there's other people that are out there that think like you, that believe the way you do, and that no is the correct answer, and that we need to stand up for ourselves, keep our voice, and continue working to make positive change.